Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Billion Dollar Babies, the true story of the Cabbage Patch Kids. And this is a new documentary from director Andrew Jenks, narrated by Neil Patrick Harris, and filled with some great needle drops from Billion Dollar Baby by Alice Cooper, and a lot of other ones, as this tells the story, the crazy story of how these most disgusting little ugly dolls became such a big hit in terms of pop culture and in our society. And this is an interesting story as this film really captures the societal influence of Cabbage Patch Kids, how it helped evolve modern day Black Friday, and this craze of commercialism in our society, and the rushing to make sure that we get there when the store opens to get the thing that we want most as it releases. And I think the film does a fine job of really capturing that kind of influence that this particular toy helped create. I think the film definitely has a pretty standard documentary structure to it. I think the flair of some of the direction with some of the music choices and stuff like that, I think brings some personality there. And I think this particular documentary should have some flair and personality, as it's one of the quirkiest and weirdest of toys that somehow became these massive deals. I also think the film captures how it evolved toys, and specifically dolls, because these were also marketed at boys. Like, there's this one child, like Daryl Strawberry, with a Mets Cabbage Patch Kid giving it to this little boy, and it's just like, that changed things. And it's so interesting because it really captures the, like, pull up by bootstraps, blue collar couple that created these, and how they kind of shirked expectations because they weren't brought up in this industry or in, like, dealing with dolls and toys and stuff like that. So they went against conventions, and they were able to revolutionize things. And I think this film captured that in a compelling way. You see the dark side of this too, like the bad influences, what it's done in terms of buying crazes at holiday seasons, and also the tension between people trying to get paid because of these Cabbage Patch Kids and fighting over, like, who owns these ideas and stuff like that. And I feel like those are some interesting added layers to this film. And I think Neil Patrick Harris is certainly an engaging narrator, definitely has some great personality. He brings you into the story. Sure, there's some elements that are not exactly the most fresh or interesting from, like, a documentary standpoint, but it tells an intriguing story that really captures American commercialism in such a perfect way, and in a fun and interesting way too, with this specific story. So definitely worth a watch. But those are my thoughts on Billion Dollar Babies, the true story of the Cabbage Patch Kids. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.